guys, it's Ashley, a scrapping nerd, and today I am combining two challenges. I have the Mixed Media Mayhem, where we had a recipe today where it was messy ink background, stamping, and no pattern paper, with the Iron Crafter challenge, where the secret ingredient today is Nuvo Drops. And so today I don't have a collection of supplies because I just was working from kind of an idea I had. So I had all these paper flowers in my stash, all these different colors, and there some had texture. And so for a couple of them, I used my distress ink in black soot and covered them with that. And you'll see later all the other things that I do to these flowers. But first, my idea was to cut this skull from the Cricut. And this is a Halloween picture of my husband and I where we were scary clowns, or he was more a scary clown and I was just a clown. But I wanted to have the skull originally off the side of the paper. And so I'm going to use Distress Oxide in Seedless Preserve and ink the background. And I wanted the background to have, I don't know what the word is, like a whimsy look or bubbly look. But so I used my ink dauber and did circular motions so that the ink kind of had this circular pattern in it. And I'm going to use some water and put on it so that I can lift some of that ink up as well. It just kind of adds a texture to the background. And then I have Distress Spray Stain in Wilted Violet. And that's what I'm going to use the packaging technique also on the background. And you'll see that eventually I'm going to do this whole technique over the whole background, because I'm going to end up putting my skull in the middle of the page. And now I'm going to take some Picket Fence Distress ink and just highlight around some of the features of the skull. And you can't really see it on the video, but in the close-ups you can see it. And the black paper I decided to use is textured, and so I think adding this picket fence in there just kind of highlights some areas of the skull. And so here's all those flowers that I changed. I used a lot of my sprays on them, so I used some of that Wilted Violet Distress spray stain, and then I had some Glimmer Mist in Plum, and I had some Nuvo Sparkle spray in Morning Fog, sorry, that's what it was called. And I just kind of sprayed them all over the flowers, and I used some brads for the centers. And so this was the original idea. I wanted half the skull on the page and then to have the flowers kind of on the side of it. But I didn't like how the eye was white. So I tried to do it kind of like this and then put the picture over the white part that was showing. And then in the end, I just decided to do the whole background. And then I'm going to use this kind of circular distressed dot stamp I have and add some stamping to the background with some of the black soot. And so I put the skull in the middle of the page. And then I had some trouble. Since the first idea was to have it off the side of the page, I made it bigger. And if I had planned to put it in the middle, I would have made it or cut it a little bit smaller, and maybe you would even see more of the background that I just did. But at least it comes through kind of the face of the skull, and I like that. So I'm getting my flowers placed out, and I'm really liking how that's looking. I don't know, I had this idea that it looked like a scary skull, and I don't know if in the end it's more like it will look really good for like a Day of the Dead layout, I think, because it's more of a prettier skull, but I do like how it turns out. So I use a piece of dark purple cardstock to add just a photo mat to my photo, and then I use that black soot to ink the edges. And I was trying to figure out, because I was covering up all my mixed media, if I put the picture on the top, if you would see more of my mixed media. But in the end, I like it down in the left corner, and then I could add some of the florals to the upper part of the skull as well. And I had these little glitter bats in my stash, and so I liked having them kind of in the in the floral on the skull, and I'll kind of bend their wings up so you'll see them a little bit more, and it just adds some more dimension to them. And then I'm really liking how it's looking. I found this Boo sticker and then this Together sticker, and so my title is Boo Together, and I just thought that was kind of cute. And I'm also going to, in my stash, I have these die cuts that I cut out of a rose here, and I just put a couple of them around just so there was a different layer of floral, kind of a flatter one. And then my Nuvo Drops I put just coming around out from behind the skull and just adding some texture. They are only the Nuvo crystal drops in Simply White, so you can see them, you'll see them in the close-ups a lot better. But that's the layout. Thank you to everyone that's liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit those buttons below. Make sure you check out all the links for the Mixed Media Mayhem and the Iron Crafter Challenge. Everyone does beautiful things, and everyone have a great day. Bye.